Well, this morning, a push to make Denver more accessible as our community continues to expand. 9 News reporter John Glasgow live in downtown Denver this morning. And John, construction all over the city, and sometimes that's an issue for pedestrians.
Yeah, development's happening all over Denver, but right here in the Golden Triangle, you can see that a lot of apartment complexes are going up like this one. You can see how much concrete they need to bring in here, as well as equipment to put up these complexes. In some cases, they close the sidewalk, like you can see here. Now, if we spin the camera around this way, you can see that there's another apartment high-rise that's going in, and they've put in a covered pedestrian walkway. Now, there's a reason for that, and that's to make things a lot more safer, but not all of the construction sites are doing this. Between Broadway and Spear in the Golden Triangle neighborhood, there are 50 new projects under development. District 10 City Council member Chris Hines is pushing for construction companies to install these covered pedestrian walkways. Hines suffered a spinal cord injury after he was hit by a car riding his bike in 2008. He says under the current law, construction companies have the choice to install covered walkways, which is why some sites have them and others don't.
I hope that our construction companies recognize that we want development, we want nice things, but we also want a safe environment for the people who live here too. As we prepare for Denver's future, we still need to live in Denver today.
So we did reach out to the city's transportation department. They do say that these construction companies are required by law to put in the sidewalk covered pedestrian walkways. However, there is a bit of a gray area there. If they can prove that there's another alternative way to make it safer for pedestrians, such as putting in, say, a detour or closing the sidewalk for up to a week, they can get away with that. So, Gary, it is up to whether or not the construction companies decide whether or not they can put in something like this that makes it a lot safer, or if they completely have to shut down those sidewalks.
Yeah, I can see why it's different for every construction site. So what's the city saying about the number of crashes involving pedestrians now?
Yeah, we did reach out to the city to get those numbers as well. They say Denver police have reported up to 200 crashes so far this year involving a pedestrian and a vehicle. So clearly there's something here that needs to be done to make sure it's a lot safer here for pedestrians to get around.
That is a lot, that's for sure. Okay, John, thanks for the update. Appreciate it.